Welcome to Sounds of Brass.
Hello there, and welcome to the Brassettes Podcast number 3. In this episode, I chat to Carol Jarvis, who is one of the most in-demand session musicians in the UK. Carol is a multi-award-winning trombonist, keyboard player, arranger, orchestrator and voiceover artist. She has toured, recorded and worked extensively with the likes of Rita Ora, Sting, Amy Winehouse, Elbow and Ellie Goulding. Let's have a look. So, hi Carol, I've got Carol Jarvis here today to chat on our Brassettes podcast. Hello. Carol, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Dear me, that's a fantastic backdrop. So whereabouts are you then?
Yeah, I'm in Dubai at the moment. So so it's nighttime. Yeah.
And nighttime. So how long have you been there for then?
I've been here a week and I've got another 2.5 weeks here.
Another 2.5 weeks. Brilliant. So what are you doing over there then?
I've been working like absolute stink. So I decided I hate January. So I'm gonna turn everything down and just go away. So I've got an Airbnb for a month. I've got a personal trainer booked in 4 times a week, and it's a bit of time and space to try and catch up with all the things that I do, plus crack on with if I find some time, crack on with stuff that I've been meaning to do for a long time. So well,
that's fantastic. So I have had a look through all your socials lately, and dear me, you've done so much in the last year. It's just like wow. And it's all varied stuff, isn't it, that you're doing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, when I started that last year, I did a year wrapped from 2023. And I remember I just sort of grab a few pictures, a few videos from each month and just turn it into a little reel or something. And I was like, wow.
Exactly, isn't it? When you see... What a good idea, though, because the thing is, you're that busy and it's good to just look back, isn't it, and see the amount of different stuff you've been doing. Yeah. You know, because, like, I was having a look and you've done there's, like, touring, recording, wasn't there? And you're teaching, performing, conducting, you know, and you're arranging. And you're on, that's the thing I did notice, you've released that, you've single, haven't you, as well, that I've...
I released a 5-track electronic house album in 2023, and then a remix album at the start of 2024, and then towards the end of 2024 I released just a single by itself. And I've got a load of more music coming out next year as well. So brilliant. This year it's now 2025.
Exactly. I know, 2025. I can't believe it, can you? I don't know, it doesn't seem that long ago since the year 2000.
We're a quarter of the way through the century now.
No, but it's frightening though, isn't it? I still feel the same inside as I did then. Do you know what I mean? It's frightening, isn't it? You know, I mean, I don't look the same, but it's one of those things, isn't it? I think it's because everybody's just all so busy, and that's it, just time, isn't it? And like you say, you've got your single. So the thing is, like, let's have a look. So you've been with the Elbow this last year. And Rita Ora in Japan.
Yeah.
So how did that go then? That must have been...
it was great. I mean, I've been working with Rita for a couple of years now. And then I think, it was 2 years ago, recorded on Elbow's last album, Elbow's album, which ended up being a number 1 album, which was great. And then we did a few summer festivals with them, and then an arena tour. And we've got a load more dates with them this year as well, which is really exciting.
Have you? Oh, fantastic. So, yes.
And touring with Rita was, but we've been doing it for a couple of years now. The horn section has been added. And then Japan was sort of the longest we've been away with her, which was just over a week. And it was actually, while we were away, was when Liam Payne from One Direction died.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, one of the songs we do in her set is their duet. It's Rita and Liam.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest songs in the set, and it's an amazing song to do. And because of the time zone difference, we were in Tokyo. Liam died in Argentina. So actually, because of the time zones, we were on stage just a couple of hours later. And so we were like, well, and she decided, right, we'll do it, but I want his vocals removed just for tonight, and we're going to put a big, like, black and white photo up on the huge screen behind us. And it was honestly so emotional. And then within hours, it was on every news station across the world because it was the first ever tribute. So it was an amazing tour. But yeah, those kind of really sort of touching emotional moments in it as well.
I think a lot of people, like a lot of the younger, like they've grown up, haven't they, with One Direction, you know, and the outpouring, wasn't it, of emotion, dear me. You know, it's so sad.
Well, it's amazing what music does, isn't it? To every generation, it's such an international language, and it evokes emotion no matter what it is, to every generation, every nationality, every religion, everything. I mean, out here in Dubai, there's loads of sort of Arabic music, and there's prayers that come out of the speakers, and it's a different kind of tonality that I'm used to. So I'm like, oh, that note's a bit sharp. It's all meaningful in different nationalities, different religions, everywhere around the world. Music is just,
the thing, isn't it? Because I know, because I've messaged you before, actually. I don't know if you want me, probably, but you've done you do your podcast, don't you? And there was one particular podcast that you'd done about music and about how it helps you through things, and how, do you know what I mean? And I messaged you because, like, I had breast cancer, like, 2021, and what you'd said in it, and I thought that resonates so much with me, because, like, I had, like, a bit of a soundtrack, do you know what I mean, that, like, built me up to, like, get through things, do you know what I mean? And I mean, mine was Rocky. The soundtrack to Rocky. I remember going into my operation, getting dropped off, and I had it on my headphones, you know, gonna fly now, you know.
But it's so good, isn't it? I mean,
and I was pumped up, you know what I mean? It's like, come on.
Yes, it works. And depending on what mood you're in, it's funny how we gravitate towards sad music when we're really down.
It is, isn't it? Yes.
Something we want to relate to. And it's just amazing. You can find music to do anything to help you get through something like that, to get you pumped up, to help you drown your sorrows. You can find a bit of music for every emotion. It's just amazing.
Because I know the track that you released, was it in October, the Time track? That's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? That is, I've listened to that, and it's absolutely beautiful, because you've had your battle with cancer, haven't you?
I've been in remission now for 13 years.
13 years.
But yeah, I went through cancer I had Hodgkin's lymphoma for about, the whole journey was about a decade long.
Really? Yeah.
I exhausted every single type of treatment there is.
Yeah.
Lost my hair 3 times, transplants, clinical trials, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, just you name it, I tried it. And yeah, it was at the end of that sort of decade-long battle that I then went through quite a psychological battle after that, because for 5 years repeatedly, my specialist was saying I wasn't going to make it because I had the treatments. There was nothing left. So they had to prepare me the fact that you're not going to survive. So I had to see psychologists to help me get my head around that.
All that.
It was ridiculous. But then at the end of it all, I didn't realise, but the psychologist had done their job really, really well. And I had my head around the fact that I was dying. So once I got through it, I can't cope with the future now. So I had about 18 months of really struggling to just live.
Just to get, that's it. Because the thing is, it's difficult. You can't just flip back to normal, can you? After you've gone through something like that, you know, it's
apparently called survivor's guilt, which is a real thing. And then when I wrote this track, it was basically looking back at those times.
It's a really, it got me. I was listening to it and I just thought, it's really, isn't it? Really gets you, you know, and like, you're not playing your trombone on that at all, are you? You're not doing, no? You sing, is that you singing it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, well, I've done bits of backing vocals and stuff on pop tours and things. So
Yeah. Yeah, because and that, you know, I've had a look, and you've written quite a few articles, haven't you? I know about music and education and everything. How we need to be in, you know, our classrooms. It's so important to keep music going because it opens up so many opportunities, doesn't it? You know, and academically, it can improve you in other subjects.
yeah,
You know,
well, everything from language to maths to there's just communication skills.
isn't it?
You learn teamwork, you learn a sense of achievement, you learn there's so many different life skills you learn, not just to help other subjects.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? And I think it is so important. Like my nephew, he's just learning the cornet, and you know, I said to him, I said, the thing is, once you've got that skill, you'll be able to just go and play and meet new people. And the thing, you know, and he's absolutely loving it. He's really wanting to learn to play the last post, you see, because he's in the air cadets. So like he's only been playing about a month. Do you know what I mean? But like he's doing really well. But he like really, really wants to do it at Remembrance Day eventually. Play.
Oh, that's amazing. Well,
So
it's having a little ambition as well.
So it's quite nice, isn't it, to be, you know?
Well,
And
it's not just I don't know, just getting excited about sort of a sense of achievement and all these things we talked about already, but it's also they're just making a noise, and kids just want to make a noise, which is
yes, it's so good to see. And like I said, stick with it because you don't know what will happen, you know, and you've got another skill. And it I don't know, it's that discipline of being able to like not just throw it down, if you know what I mean. It's like keep at it, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's another skill, isn't it? It's discipline, it's patience, there's so many things that come into play. And I mean, everyone I know that took up a musical instrument, but so I've got to age 18 and then went on to study something else and put the instrument away and never took it up again. Everyone I know that's been through the whole music system, but then not done it as a career, have really excelled in whatever they're doing, like high up in the government, high up in law, high up in banking. Just every skill you learn is going to be useful.
Yeah, it is, and you don't realise at the time when you're a kid, but it really does help you, doesn't it? I think so as well. You know, it's fantastic. Yeah. So what about you then? How did you start playing then?
Oh,
sorry.
No, it's fine. So there was a music test at school when I was about 11.
Right.
I remember we were all in the school hall, dotted around on the floor with a piece of paper, and they played a few notes, and you had to distinguish what was higher and lower, and what was sharper, what was flatter.
Right.
And I was like, well, my brothers, my older brothers, was already playing the cello and piano anyway, so I was like, well, yeah, that's really easy. So it came to the results, and they said, yeah, Carol, you can just choose any instrument you want, but we need an oboe in the school orchestra, so do you want to play the oboe? I was like, I don't know. So I went home and asked my parents what's an oboe, and I took some recordings, and I just went, no. And I don't know where I'd seen it before, but I asked my dad, what's the one with the slidey arm thing?
Oh, yes.
And my dad said, it's a trombone. So I said, what's that sound like? So he played me some recordings, and there was a real selection. There was some comedy stuff. There was some brass band. There was some military stuff. There was some pop stuff. There was jazz. There was big band, some orchestral big excerpts and stuff. And I went, what? It does everything. Yeah, I want to do that.
Brilliant. So, yeah.
And little did I know then, but yeah, it's the most versatile instrument of all musical instruments. So my dad managed to get hold of a really cheap old trombone.
Yeah.
And I loved it. Before my first lesson, I'd managed to find some sort of tune a day book, and I'd gone from the front cover to the back cover and learned everything in there.
Amazing. Yeah.
Got to my first lesson, and I remember the teacher, he's no longer with us, sadly, but I'll never forget him saying, "Most people can't produce a note. You can play a scale."
Yeah.
So,
Totally committed to the cause there.
I think I wrote overachiever in my book. That was it. I was like,
brilliant. So did you join the school band then, or what did you do? Were you in a brass band at all, or?
So there was a school orchestra, and I grew up in Milton Keynes, and the music service back then was amazing.
Yeah. Not
as busy now, sadly, due to all the sort of arts funding cuts and things that happen everywhere. But there weren't too many trombone players around, so I was put in youth brass band, and then the next brass band I was put in the orchestras, put in big band, improvisation classes. There was a chamber orchestra, brass quintet. It was constant.
That's great. And so you've done all that, and then did you go to uni as well, and you did all your music and everything? And
yes, I just found trombone really easy, and did all the grades and stuff, and then to A levels, and I was doing music, theatre studies, and English. And sadly, I wanted to go into media. I wanted to go into radio, TV, and those kind of things. And sadly, I had to drop English because the school had a couple of put on big productions and stuff. So the music teacher, head of music, decided that they were too busy to do it, so they gave it to me. So I had to be the musical director, write all the music, to audition all the soloists in all the whole of the school. I'm just a sixth form student.
Wow.
Audition the soloists, rehearse all the soloists, rehearse the choir, rehearse the band, write all the music for the band,
me.
do all the arrangements, and then do the whole production as well. And it was just...
That's an opportunity, isn't it?
Yeah, but as a sixth form student, I couldn't keep up with my studies, so I had to drop a subject because I had no time to sleep or anything. It was just constant. There were rehearsals starting at 7:30 in the morning before school started at 8, and then as soon as school finished at 3:30, we had rehearsals until I think it was 5 o'clock. Quickly get home, grab some food, straight back out again to my regular rehearsals. So it was like there's no time for homework, no time to do anything. So I had to drop English, but then theatre studies and music, I excelled at both of those. And I was thinking, well, do I go and study music, or do I go to like drama school or something like that? And someone, the trombone player in the local area, said, if you don't go and study the trombone, I will come and find you and I will kill you. so I'll audition at all the music colleges then. And I got a place at all of them. And I chose Manchester because I really liked the atmosphere and the fact that they had everything there that I wanted, all the classical stuff, the big band, composition, arranging. So I chose to go to Manchester, and it was a bit further away than Milton Keynes than going to London. So it was like, I need to go far away.
Because I saw that you've been back at Manchester, haven't you, at Royal Northern?
There as well, yeah.
That was great, wasn't it, dear me? With a bit of Beyonce.
Conducting.
I love that.
Yeah, so they got pop there now, and it's amazing what they're doing. So
yeah. So you're musical director for that production there. The usual day then, Carol. What would you say? Like, you've probably got that much going on. Will be like, I suppose it depends whereabouts you are in the world, or like what you've got booked. But like, I suppose you'll practice. I suppose you'll practice a lot. Do you practice a lot?
I'm just there. I've brought it all the way to Dubai.
Have you?
Yeah, and I've got a big keyboard just here as well.
well, do you know what? I saw that on your stories on Instagram, and I thought, wow, that's impressive. When you were getting it all in pieces and putting it together like a jigsaw.
It's great. It's a great keyboard. It's brilliant. Yeah, it's big. Well,
Fantastic, isn't it? So you can just take it wherever you go, and just get on and do, yeah. And I think, I don't know about you, but like whenever I have, because I have quite a few different projects on with my work and stuff. And I always find when I like take a bit of time out, even if it's like you say, even if you're still doing stuff, but you have that little bit of time, I can be at my most creative. Do you know what I mean? And I think sometimes that's like you say, like when you're in Dubai there, you never know, you might come up with your next, your next single.
Well, I've got a couple of things to write and an arrangement to do while I'm here. I've got so much to be getting on with. So yeah, it's good that I've kept this month empty.
How lovely, yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? And then you can come back to it, and it's everybody needs to, like you need to give yourself a break, don't you? And especially like exactly what you've gone through as well. You've gone through a lot,
Yeah.
But
the last few months as well have just been just back to back. So yeah,
back to back, yeah. Because I tell you what really interests me as well. You'd put some posts on about the lung function tests and stuff, which is fantastic. I'm really interested in that because I'm asthmatic, so I've always been asthmatic from being like 3 or 4, So when I started playing, that's really why I started playing, because our next door neighbour was like, "Oh, it'll do her good, get playing a cornet." Do you know what I mean? And it's right, isn't it? Because I know my lung function's not good really, but I still manage to play. Do you know what I mean? And I play every day. And sometimes I worry that if I didn't play, God, the state of me, I would be decrepit.
It's actually amazing that just the photo I put up of that lung
Yeah.
I put it up on my Facebook page, and the comments was amazing. There were so many people saying what they've been through and the fact that they play a brass instrument or something.
Yeah.
It's kept them alive and it's kept them living longer. And there's the comments on there worth just going to have a look at. It's really, really amazing.
Yeah. And that's it, isn't it? I think, all these benefits of playing an instrument, we don't even realise that, because the thing is, it's I'll know the difference if I haven't played. I have my flugel out here and I just play every day. That's what I do. And even if it's just 10 minutes, I can tell a difference in my breathing, Yeah. And it's like, because it's funny, because on my Facebook, right, these adverts came up, when for COPD and stuff, and it was like, oh, if you have this machine and you blow into it and you have to hold it and the little ball goes around, and they were saying how beneficial it is to your lungs. I was like, oh, well, that sounds quite interesting, but really it's just what we're doing, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's just exactly what we're doing. We don't need to pay 50 quid for a gadget.
I know, no, exactly. And I mean, I'm not even I don't know. I'm not a tuba player or a bass trombone player that their lungs are just off the scale.
Yeah. Exactly. Amazing, isn't it? Because you see people of all ages, don't you? In the 70s and 80s. We know a couple of bass players who are in their 80s still playing really, really well on bass. And they must have the best, the lungs, it's, yeah. Sure. So in May, you were number 9 in the dance charts and you were above Calvin Harris. Woohoo!
There was a few chart things. I actually went to number 1 in Singapore, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And I can't remember all the statistics, but yeah, it was quite amazing when you're releasing music. You get sent alerts and things when
so that's in my veins. Then what is this then? So this is that's a piece of music, then, and then you've got different remixes of it, have you? Or...
So in my veins is the first electronic house combined with trombone EP that I put out last 2023 now.
Yeah.
And it was all inspired from being basically over a decade in remission. I was like, right, I'm going to mark this momentous occasion by releasing some really uplifting music. And
it's really cool, isn't it? It's good music. I like it.
In my veins, radioactive, because there was a clinical trial I went through where I was very radioactive. There's The Risk Is Taken, which is me signing on the dotted line for the bone marrow transplant. There's Fusion, which is all about the my donor's DNA and my DNA combining, and because I've now got his DNA. And then the last track is Moving On, which was after all the psychological struggles, basically the psychologist helping me just now live my life. So put it behind me and move on. They're the 5 tracks on that EP, and then a load of DJs, musicians, producers wanted to remix some tracks, so there's a remix EP as well. And then my podcast is basically combining all my skills from all the music things, the studio recording things, being a voiceover artist as well, and telling my story and combining all of that into a podcast. So that podcast is all in my veins as well. Episode, I tell my whole story, and then the guests I've spoken to so far, amazing stories, basically about overcoming huge hurdles in their lives. So, for instance, you got Dame Evelyn Glennie, who went deaf aged 8, but still carved out a career as an international percussion soloist, which is phenomenal. You've got Sam Brown, who used to sing backing vocals with Pink Floyd, Jules Holland, and had a massive #1 hit as well herself. And then suddenly she lost her voice and never been able to sing since. Something went wrong, don't know what it is. It's an amazing interview. And she's now released an album using lots of technology. So her singing. So it's overcoming huge battles in your life. And the guests I've got lined up for the next season, I've already recorded a few already. It's really uplifting, amazing stories.
Being able to share that, because I know you had the bone marrow transplant, didn't you? That's what So can we just talk about that? Would you mind if? Because I know it's so important, isn't it? That just to be able to, it's life-saving, isn't it, to be able to, to get your donor and, because I know you've met him, haven't you? You've met your donor and keeping...
It was fine. Basically, I had a stem cell transplant from my own stem cells while I was ill to try and restart my immune system, but that didn't work. One of the many failed treatments. But then once I finally got to remission from an experimental drug, shocked all the specialists, they then said, right, you're either gonna, if you leave it like that, you'll probably live for about 3 years, we think.
Right.
Or if we find a donor for you, an unrelated donor, then that could consolidate the remission and you could live to a ripe old age. But the procedure is a 30% survival rate. So it's not to be entered into lightly. If it doesn't work, then you might live for a few weeks, a few months.
Right.
So, they found 2 matches of donors out of 12 million people. And one was pregnant. So in that time frame, couldn't ask her. But this German man said yes. And it was a complete match. I decided to go for it. And thankfully it worked.
I couldn't say, dear me. And that is just like, isn't it? What I think, amazing that you've got through all of that, isn't it? It's brilliant, it's good to hear, isn't it? And I think that's it, isn't it? It makes you realise how fragile everything is, doesn't it? It really does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. I now do speeches at medical companies and clinical trial conferences and forums around the world. I was invited to a big conference in Croatia at the end of 2023, I think it was. And there were lots of different clinical trial companies there, medical companies. and I got thrown loads of business cards after that speech.
Did you?
Every
Yeah.
company wanted me to go speak to their
Of course.
companies.
Yeah.
I was everywhere from Mexico to Singapore to Boston to Romania, Miami. And just
Sharing your story. Yeah.
sharing my story. And I've got more coming up as well. I've got 2 more in March. I've got one in Stockholm, one in Pennsylvania. So, and it's so rewarding as well, because
I bet
specialists I speak to, they never see a person that's been through it. They just look at statistics, computer screens.
Yeah.
Say that I'm giving them the reason why they're doing what they're doing. So
yes,
but it works both ways, because I'm managing to say thank you to these people that are saving lives, even though they don't see people. That's
the thing, isn't it? It's you will feel like you were giving something back as well. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Because I think all these, like I mean, my situation only lasted a few months, really, but it was very intense. Do you know what I mean? You know, when you feel like that, and it was in the pandemic, so like I'd been shielding for like the year, and then I'd got that. So you know what I mean? And I was absolutely fine leading up to it and going through it all, but it's the afterwards, isn't it? With me, that's what it was for me. I felt totally shell shocked. Do you know what I mean? And it's like sometimes it's like you're watching a film and it's not you. Do you know what I mean? It's like you were in it. It's you. It's weird, isn't it? It's a weird, very weird thing, and I think that's it. These kind of like things, when it happens to you, it's like, wow, you can't quite believe the things that are going on. There is you sometimes. Not sounds ridiculous.
I do get that when I'm sharing my story at these conferences. I'm telling this story. There's always a moment at some point where I just go, oh my God, this all happened to me. It's like...
Exactly, yeah. And it's so good that you like you say, isn't it? You're getting out there and telling your story, because you can help so many more people, can't you? And obviously, like...
helping, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, isn't it? And it's funny, isn't it? Because like, I think that's probably one of the reasons why I wanted to start this podcast, because like, I just think we all have these lives, don't we? And we're all so busy and dealing with so many different things, but we're all playing and making music. And do you know what I mean? It's like, I think it's something to celebrate, isn't it? It's like,
it's also an amazing escape as well.
It is, isn't it? It really is, isn't it? I'm so sorry, me with these glasses, they're driving me mad. I can't like sit like this, I can't see you. And then when I take them off, I can't see you whatsoever. Oh my goodness, I'm going to get some more glasses. Or a bigger screen, that's what I need. A bigger screen instead of my phone. Dear me. So what kind of advice would you give somebody starting out then? Like, say they're at school and they're thinking about maybe doing music as a career. What kind of advice would you give? Would you like just...
Yeah. I mean, I'm making a living out of my hobby. And I think, what's the saying? Is something like, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And it doesn't feel like work. It just doesn't. And I'm basically having fun for a living.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than it. And I've always said, if it ever feels like work, then I'll go and do something else. But I don't think it will.
I think that's very good advice.
It's amazing. And I think in terms of sort of brass band playing, it's so good for technique. It's so good for that real grounding, sight reading, stamina, all those things. I think something that kids don't always realise is that there's certain instruments in that brass band that only play in a brass band. So, for instance, the trombone, I'm very lucky I took up the trombone because you can play in so many other ensembles as well. So there is a career there. Whereas you don't get trumpets in a brass band.
No.
But that's a very transferable skill. And I know professional players that still play in brass bands. It's not a question of
that's it.
Got one or the other. But it's, if you want a career on a brass instrument, then you've just got to be careful which instrument you start learning.
That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's really good advice. Well, thank you very much, Carol. I'm just gonna. Let's have a look. I'm just looking at the time there because my daughter will be coming home from school soon, and she'll be coming through that front door. Oh, and the dog will go mad again. But thank you very much. I've really enjoyed chatting to you. It's been fantastic because I must admit, when I first looked at everything you were doing, I was a bit like, oh my goodness, I don't know where to start.
Nor do I most of the time.
And I've only touched a very small. I mean, there's so much more that you do, But it's. I've followed you on Spotify, so people can do that as well and have a look at your. And you've got your website, haven't you?
Yeah. So there's more music coming out this year. So yeah, follow me on Spotify.
Brilliant. Well, thank you, Carol. Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks very much to Carol for taking the time out to chat to me on our Brassettes podcast. I really enjoyed it. Thanks very much for listening, and we'll see you again soon. Bye. The music you've listened to throughout the podcast is played by Tees Components Brass, and it's an original piece of music by Andrew Champion called the Tees Components March to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Tees Components.